Anytime an investment comes to your community, I feel like you should have some idea of what's going on ahead of time.
Our team arrives in Treasure Cay, Abaco, to investigate the latest mismanagement in Out Island developments and to meet with the concerned locals.
There's too much conflict of interest. They're just going to ignore you fellas.
Are your rights being respected at all?
My rights are being trampled on, Mrs. Dowell, and I'm not going to allow that with you and Mr. Smith help. We're not going to allow that to happen.
The source of the controversy is Treasure Sands, an elegant beach club and restaurant that wants to expand. Unfortunately, this expansion has turned these wetlands into this. But that's not all these investigators dug up.
The natives of this community made an appeal to us as local government practitioners. I am the Deputy Chief Councilor of North Abaco, and the persons who got the approval got it out of Nassau, and the letter was addressed to the Chief Councilor in Central Abaco. No one in the North has gotten anything from these people. It's wrong. In law, they breach the law.
Again with the permits. When are developers and government going to learn? You can't do things illegally and in secret. We have a right to know what is going on and how it will affect us. This is why we need a Freedom of Information Act. Yes, well, back to Treasure Sands. Local councilors and concerned citizens took Save the Bays on a site tour and explained their grievances.
What we see behind here is dredging without approval, dredging without consultation. No one has sat with the residents of Treasure Cay who is going to be impacted by this dredging.
This was basically done from the top, coming down. The local government process was not adhered to, and we the community, really do have a problem with the way things are going on right now. Everything is just coming in behind our backs, and we have no idea what's going on.
They've been asking, some of the documents are saying for over 3,000 feet of dredging.
It is a habitat, it's a refuge for a number of marine species. It is being raped, it's being pillaged.
There are no liners in the water to prevent silt from floating away.
It's not good for the environment. There's a lot of things could go wrong. The best commission, they hadn't given approval on this project.
On top of that, there was never even an environmental impact assessment. Does anyone care about the consequences here? This is why we need an Environmental Protection Act.
Not only a sensitive area, it is an area that usually flood during hurricane times.
What's going to happen to the water? The residents that have already been flooded in the past, they will be flooded again with that much more, and other residents will be also flooded, and it's going to affect them dramatically. A cease and desist order was issued, but was not delivered until 3 weeks after all this damage has been done.
The hotel that is here now isn't being filled due to the economy, and tourism is really low right now.
But a new development alone is not enough. It will just create more empty rooms. Currently, major flights into Treasure Cay are extremely limited. So how are tourists gonna get here? You need more sales before you increase inventory.
We approve development. We want jobs for people, but at what expense? We just want due diligence to be done.
We know that we need the investment, but the problem it is we need to know what's going on so that when the decisions are made, it would impact our everyday life.
I think everybody here would openly invite business to come into our community, but we just want to make sure that when they do come in, they be respectful. We should have a voice to say what's happening in our community, and everyone seems to overlook us.
But not Save the Bays.
Go Save the Bays!
The team believes this fight to be justified and clear-cut.
They're going to close this creek up and dredge all the way out, and it's going to cause the flooding that they're complaining about, which is happening in Freeport as well. That's why environmental studies, environmental impact assessments, proper consideration, instead of rushing things through, are so important. And what's the rush? The developer's been here for many years, apparently. What is the rush? We want investors, not invaders, in the Bahamas.
To get updates on this story and more, like Save the Bays on Facebook and sign the petition asking our government for a Freedom of Information Act, an Environmental Protection Act, and to develop our islands responsibly. Just things that make living in a beautiful island democracy sustainable and, well, democratic.
We are prepared in North Abaco to take this to the highest court.